morning. Today we're going to be doing a scavenger hunt. We're going to be going on a life skill scavenger hunt around the gym. Our papers with positive words that help us become better teammates, classmates, and people. So when I say go, you're going to have 2 minutes to find one paper only. After you find your word, you're going to return to your squad spot. And basically the rules are simple. All right, students may only take one piece of paper. There's no running into each other or pushing. We're going to walk quickly and safely. And then once you find a paper, you're going to return immediately back to your spot. Okay, again, these words that are around the gym, examples of the words are kindness, respect, empathy, teamwork, encouragement, responsibility, patience. All right, and they're all over the gym. Okay, there's little sheets of paper. They could be anywhere. You're gonna have 2 minutes to go find them. All right. Again, we're not pushing or shoving. All right, there should be enough pieces of paper for everyone. And once you find your piece of paper, you're going to go back to your spot. Okay. Once you get back to your spot, okay, I'm going to set a 2-minute timer, and you guys are going to basically write what that word means to you. Okay, so I will have some pieces of paper and pencils for you, and you will have an opportunity to write what that word means to you. Okay, or you can show, I can show you. Excuse me. How can you show this in PE or at school? Another option. Where are my drawers at? Who loves art? Okay, so I'm going to give you a second option. The second option is you can draw a picture of someone showing that life skill. So you can really you're going to get like a few minutes to work on basically drawing what could respect look like. So if you're drawing respect, maybe you could show 2 people standing up with you standing in hand and shaking their hand. Okay? So that's kind of what we're going to do in this first section here. Okay? Is there any questions before we begin? Yes. Absolutely. If that's something that you're interested in. However, you have 2 options. You can write what that word specifically means to you and how you can show it, or you can draw it. Okay? You guys ready? Yeah. All right. So again, it could be in the bleachers, it could be in the ring. You gotta be creative. There's pieces of paper all over the gym. You're gonna have an opportunity to do that. You guys ready? Yeah. Go!
Go so high.
Wow. Get creative.
Hey, what's this here? Fun? DJ, check the other one. Hey, dude. Oh my God,
Okay, go ahead and finish up that last sentence or that last drawing. Okay. All right, let's go crisscross applesauce. Eyes forward. Okay. All right, cool. So I went around. I saw a lot of good examples of the word that you were describing. All right, I saw some good pictures. I saw some good sentences. You guys did a really good job with that. Okay, now I want to have an open discussion. Okay, I want to talk about your word. I want you to share your word. So I have a question for you. If anyone would like to share what their word was and talk about what they said, this would be a good time to do that. So is anyone feeling brave would like to share? Go ahead. Yeah, maybe you could describe, you wanna stand up and show your drawing, stand up, you wanna describe it? Who else? You wanna do it? Okay. So say your word. What did you draw here? Can you just explain your drawing to the class? Love that. Awesome. That's a really good thing. Clap it up for him. Good job. Would anyone else like to share their word or maybe something they wrote or a picture? That's actually a really good picture. Anyone else? Awesome. Okay. All right. So, hey, another question I have. Why are life skills important in PE? Okay. First of all, what are life skills? Yeah. Correct. Can we give a specific example, maybe? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor, just for like maybe 10 or 15 seconds. And the question I want you to ask your neighbor is, why are life skills important in PE? All right. Go ahead and take that time. Ready, set, go. All right, go ahead. This lesson, we're going to focus on fitness stations for a healthy body. All right, so all students will understand how physical activity improves health while participating in movement-based fitness stations. Okay. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit how exercise helps keep the body healthy. All right, and we're going to safely participate in 4 different movement stations while staying active and engaged. Okay, the 4 stations are the hula hoops, which are back here, the jump ropes, the volleyballs, and the basketballs. All right, so let me demonstrate exactly what you guys will be doing. In the basketball station, Lola, here. Yes. You can either dribble, you can practice dribbling, stay stationary. You can even practice passing with your neighbor. We'll practice passing. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Lola. Drop the ball. The other station over here will be our hula hoops. You guys can practice hula hoops on your arms. You can get inside that hula hoop and move those hips like that. Okay. And then the other station is over here. This is the jump rope station. Jump ropes, pretty self-explanatory. We're just gonna grab it, and you guys can practice jump ropes. There are longer jump ropes where you can, here, Lola, other Lola. So this one, here's a double one. So if you guys want to get into a group, you guys can go up and down. Okay, drop it. Another one is got single ones where we can practice jumping here. Okay. And the other one, whoo, is the volleyball. Okay. 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 If I can ball right on, so participate. We'll practice going back and forth. Okay. Okay. Let's clap it up for it, brother. So those are the 4 stations. Grab my hands. I come back up top. Okay. I want to talk about a couple of words. Okay. First word is exercise. Okay. What is exercise? I know you've heard it, but how would you explain it in your words? Working out. What's another word? Yep, you connect. How about this word? What's active? What's active mean? Okay, active listening, yes. What about you? Lola?
That, like. Yeah.
Movement, active movement. See this is great. You see how I was demonstrating? That was active, a movement. Okay, movement is medicine. What about this one? This is coordination. What's coordination mean?
Like.
Okay, I like that. What about you? Yes, a coordination, like eye-hand coordination. Okay, you gotta have eye-hand coordination to hit volleyballs. Okay, basketball. What do you got? Love it. Love that participation. How about this one? What's this word say? Balance. Gotta have balance when you're playing sports. Gotta get low. Okay, there's a term that I always share with my high school basketball players. Low man wins. That what that means is whoever is the lowest will win. If you're staying straight up, it's gonna be hard for you to win in any sport. But if you're low and you're active and you're balanced and you're engaged, you're gonna win. So balance is important. Last word I want to share with you is fitness. Everyone say fitness. What is fitness? We do it all the time in PE. When you work out, yes. What else? Exercising. Speaking of exercising, when I clap my hand, I want everyone to stand on their X. When I say go, we're going to jog in place. Ready, set, go. Super fast. Super slow. Super fast. All right, now let's do high knees. Ready? Hands out for a reference. High knees, go. Super fast. Super slow. Arm circles, arms out. Go. Big arm circles. Super slow. Super fast. Jumping jacks, go. Two clap. Question. How does your body feel after moving? Oh, raise your hand. Tired. Well, who else? Energetic. I'm looking around, you guys are. That's good. Okay. Why is movement good for us? Yes, I love this participation. Correct. Yes. So I just want to explain to you that exercise keeps our hearts, our muscles, and our bodies healthy. It's movement is medicine. Everyone say that. Movement is medicine. Awesome. Okay. All right. Now we are going to talk about our stations one more time. So dribbling. I demonstrated for you dribbling. Dribbling. Okay, our health focus is dribbling helps improve our coordination, which we talked about, and keeps our bodies active, which we talked about. Okay. My challenge for you when you're at the dribbling station: use both hands. Don't just dribble with your right. Dribble with your left hand. Dribble with both hands. You with me? The jump rope section. Jump rope strengthens the heart and improves endurance. What does endurance mean? What's that test that I test you on there, here? Starts with a P. Correct. Okay, endurance. All right, it's cardiovascular endurance. We're improving your endurance by practicing jumping and movement. Okay. Station 3, hula hoops. Okay, the focus is hula hooping improves balance and coordination. We talked about that. I went to coordination earlier. Okay. Try to keep moving for 10 seconds at that spot. If you can do this thing for 10 seconds, you're in good shape. Okay. You would. All right. Cool. All right. So, if you were at the basketball station first, I want you to go over there. Go. Okay. I want you. Let's go with my volleyball crew over here. Let's get my jump ropers here and my hoopers there. Go. Ready? Go. Now we're going to focus on a different activity. We're going to do a different activity. This activity is called Everyone Can Play. Okay? So all the students will understand that regardless of gender, ability, or background, everyone can participate and succeed in physical activities and sports and PE. Okay? So basically, what's going to happen is we're going to have a quick group discussion. And I want to ask I want to talk about stereotypes. All right, does anyone know what a stereotype is? Yes. Bingo. That's well said. Basically, a stereotype is making assumptions about someone or a group of people without really knowing them. All right. So when we hear a statement like this, can boys so all boys are good at basketball. Would that be a stereotype? Yes. Correct. All right. Can boys and girls both be good at sports? Yes. Absolutely. All right. Can everyone improve with practice? Absolutely. Have you ever heard someone say a sport is only for boys or only for girls? Yes. Of course. All right. So it's important to not believe in those stereotypes. When you put the work in and you believe in yourself, you can do whatever you want. Okay? So, how we're going to do this basically, today's lesson will focus on showing that everyone belongs in PE and sports. So, what's going to happen is I have different stations around the gym. I have a station with volleyballs. At this cone, I have a station with jump ropes in this section. I have a station of hula hoops over here, and I have a station with basketball in the corner. Okay. At each station, students are going to work in mixed groups and encourage one another. Okay. Basically, you're going to find someone that you normally probably wouldn't partner up with. So in other words, I don't want you to partner up with your friends. I want you to partner up with someone that maybe you haven't had a chance or an opportunity to partner up with this school year. Okay, so you're going to have that opportunity to do that. Okay, and this activity is called Mix It Up. Okay, so students will partner with someone they do not normally work with, and they will complete simple activities together, such as dribbling a basketball, hula hoops, volleyball bumps, or dribbling basketballs. Okay? All right, so what I want you to do is I want you to point to someone that you would like to partner with. Just off the rip. Let me see who you want to point to. Okay? Bless you. Yes. All right, now I want you to go to that person right now and stand by them. I'll give you like 1 minute to do that, or sit by them. If you don't have a partner, I can help you. Want you to go. No, I want you to go through. Are you guys together? Yep, you guys can do it together. Okay. Alright, now everyone sit down with your partner. Have a seat with your partner. Alright. Alright, now I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor about stereotypes. I want you to talk about everything you know. Like, what is the what do you think a stereotype is? What is an example of a stereotype in PE? And I want you to go for 30 seconds. So you guys can start right now. Go. Talk about stereotypes. And stop. Okay. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to delegate you to a section, and then you and your partner are going to go over there and practice. Okay? You guys with me? Alright, so let's have this group go down to the hula hoops, that group there, go down there. You guys can do it down there. You guys can work on dribbling. Don't start yet. Just go to your spot. You guys can work on volleyball. You guys can do volleyball. You guys can be jump rope. You guys can be jump rope. You guys jump rope. The rest of you guys jump rope. Alright, hold up. 3, 5. You guys, so we're gonna have 1.5 minutes, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Make sure you space out in your section. I want to ask a question. I want to read some stereotypes to you. Boys are better at basketball. Girls are not strong athletes. Some students cannot participate because they learn differently. I want you to talk. I want you to turn and talk to your neighbor and tell them why this is true or false, why it is unfair, and how can we include everyone in PE. Again, the statements are as follows. Boys are better at basketball. Girls are not strong athletes. Some students cannot participate because they learn differently. Again, ask your neighbor, is this true or false? Why is it unfair? And how can we include everyone in PE? Ready? Go! Go ahead. Yes. Hold on a second, I can't hear you. You guys can read, you gotta go here. Everyone drop your equipment. How about that? Drop. Go ahead. Yes, I need to turn it. Hold. What about you? I love that. Very well said, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, hey. Always students, we must understand that effort, practice, teamwork, and attitude matter more than stereotypes. Always. Got it? Alright, hey, you guys are gonna rotate here, you guys rotate there, you guys rotate here. So rotate this way. Good morning, forward. Awesome. Okay, class. Okay, so I just want to close with something, alright? I want to close with just a quick reminder. PE, physical education, is not always about sports and exercise. It's also about learning how to work together, respect others, and most importantly, become positive leaders. Okay? So always remember that, alright? Any questions for me? Alright, awesome. Clap it up for yourself. You did a really good job.
Hey, Keenan. So this is our last time meeting. We're coming together to discuss your final lesson. where you were able to combine all like your basketball unit with the health concepts. So we are going to again discuss what went well, what needs to improve. And so let's
Yeah.
start with what went well.
Yeah, so I thought what went well was just the clear expectations that I set for the students. I thought they knew exactly what was supposed to be expected of them. Um, Examples as far as just walking from A to B, transitioning, safety, keeping the hands and feet to themselves, those type of things were pretty much exemplified through the lesson. So I thought those were, in my opinion, were some of the best things that were highlighted.
Yes, so I agree. You were able to discuss clear expectations and keep the students safe. What else do you recall?
Um, they were allowed to, write or draw the PE skill. I thought that was a good way to incorporate like something other than PE. Obviously, we don't use pencil paper during a lesson like that normally. So I thought it was a good way to combine some of the other specials that, as far as art and just, creativity, stuff like that. Um, and then yeah, so that was really cool. And then obviously I was able to monitor and give them feedback about what they were uh, doing in that nature, address stereotypes, talk about stereotypes. I think that's important. Um, some of the examples, one of the examples of stereotypes is like only boys play basketball. And I thought I was able to combine the PE concepts with health concepts, amalgamating those two. As far as jogging, jumping jacks, coordination, balance, etc., stuff like that. So those were some of the things.
Perfect. Okay, so I agree with everything you said. You did use a lot of vocabulary throughout the lesson. You had clear expectations. You other things that you did was you used social and emotional learning vocabulary. You brought in respect, patience, leadership, and you revisited that throughout your lessons. You also encouraged the students to connect the life skills with real skills, real experiences in PE, as well as different school settings. So it's helpful for students to know that you need it in all areas of your life. You students were very encouraged to share their drawings and explain their thinking.
Yeah.
You use positive reinforcement such as clap it up, and you just create an environment that is very supportive for
Thank you.
all your students.
Thank you.
Yes. I also noticed that you had some higher order thinking and discussion in your class. You had higher order questions, which I know is something you've been focusing on. One example, why are life skills important in PE? Which encouraged the students to think beyond a physical activity and connect it to teamwork as well as leadership. So that was fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You also had students were intentionally partnered with classmates, and you had them work with new peers, which was really great to see because sometimes students don't like to go outside of their comfort zone.
For sure.
Which this promoted inclusivity, teamwork, and positive peer interaction. So lots of fantastic things throughout your lesson. Your vocabulary was introduced, coordination, balance, endurance. You also brought up healthy bodies and used movement to support that. And then you had students reflect on how their bodies felt after exercise. And then you were able to bring in heart health, muscles, coordination, and you just really made the lesson meaningful and relevant.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so let's go ahead and transition to what needs to be improved.
Yeah, so I think what I noticed was, some students ran during the scavenger hunt. Next time I'd like to model specifically on what it looks like to get from station to station, just to double down on that safety. There were also some downtime uh, for the early finishers that were able to finish earlier than others. And I felt like that could have been given, I could have delegated them an extra task to reflect upon while those other students are finishing up on their first assignment. And then more peer discussion. I think, especially about their assessments, or excuse me, self-assessments and things of that nature. I thought that could have been improved as well.
Okay, I agree. I feel like all of the things you said, and then a couple of other things. Pre-setting materials out where you know where their squads are,
Yeah.
or having those designated students passing out those materials just for quicker, not so to not have as big of time frame with transitioning and to the next part of the lesson. And then just making sure when you are discussing like the lesson objective, reinforcing it throughout the lesson.
Mhm.
And then your lesson ended positively, but there was a limited like self-assessment. So
Mhm.
just incorporating that
Okay,
moving
okay.
forward.
I'll do that.
Yeah. And then there was one other thing. So you did use turn and talks, but maybe a little more questioning with them and following up after they turn and talk.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it was a great lesson.
Thank
You
you.
did incorporate all the skills that you needed for from the 10 standards. So great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.